This is a picture of me when I was 34, and this is my beloved city of France. Actually, this is the King's Palace, but I won't get into that at the moment. He just dispatched me on a voyage through the St. Lawrence Gulf. This is my ship, the Grande Hermione. It was especially made for my voyage by the King himself. It could hold 31 men, and I used it on my first voyage through into the St. Lawrence Gulf. Who found the second largest country in the world. I'd made trade routes in Newfoundland. Who am I, you ask? Why, I'm the famous founder of Canada, Cavan Cartier. What? You never heard of me before? Who do you think found Canada? Samuel de Champlain? He wasn't even born when I found Canada. Okay, I'm calm now. Anyway, I was born in St. Maur in 1491. When I was one, the famous Christopher Columbus sailed to the New World. When I was 6, John Cabot found Newfoundland, and when I was 29, Hernando Cortes conquered the Aztecs. Also, when I was 29, I married Catherine de Granges. Now, the King of France at that time was King Francis I. In 1534, he sent an expedition to the Northern American continent for gold and spices and a travel route to Asia, and chose me, a 43-year-old fishing lad with a wife, to be the captain. I couldn't say no because it was such an honor. He gave me 2 of the finest ships and 61 men, and on April 20th, 1534, we set sail from France to the new land. After about 25 days, I made it to Newfoundland. Then I moved on and I discovered Prince Edward Island, named after the prince himself. He was very pleased. And I discovered the St. Lawrence Gulf and went as far west as Anticosti Island. It was a beautiful sight. I captured 2 Indians and traveled back to France. King Francis I was very pleased. So in the year 1535, I went again to North America, this time with 3 ships and 110 men. That voyage didn't go as well. We went to Newfoundland. One went a little further, then split up. One went back to Newfoundland, another went back to France, but my ship went further into the St. Lawrence Gulf with the 2 Indians to guide me. When we hit land, I asked the Indians where we were. They said I was in Canada. I didn't know it at first, but all they meant was that we were at their village, because Canada means village or settlement in the Indian language, but I thought they meant his whole country, and I called it Canada and claimed it for France. I became the first European to step on the new country, Canada. When I came back, I lived with my wife for 6 years before the king told me to go back and found a village. So in 1541, I went to Charlesbourg Royal in Newfoundland, and I almost died. The Indians were attacking it, and half the Europeans were killed. Captain Roberts told me to fight, but I escaped with my life to France at night. I returned to France in 1542 and I retired. I stayed in my birth city and in 1557 died at 66 of old age. Now, for some unknown reason, I've come back from the dead. But I'm fading. Bye now! Dress it. This sadly was the ship I used in my second voyage, because over half of the people went back to Newfoundland or France. So I went straight into the St. Lawrence Gulf and I stepped on the new land, Canada. This is the map of my second voyage. I went over Newfoundland, past Magdalen Island, over Prince Edward Island. I named that on my first voyage. The prince was very pleased. I went around, in and out of the St. Lawrence Gulf, around Anticosti Island, and through the Strait of Belle Isle.